Welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy Diaz, and today I decided to have a sit down video with you guys so that we can talk about gratitude. Gratitude is something that we should all be practicing. However, because of our busy lives and because sometimes our lives can be so chaotic and what's happening around us can also be so chaotic, we don't find the time to be grateful. The past few years, I have been practicing gratitude through prayer. I have been practicing gratitude through literally just standing and being present and saying thank you for anything that I can think of. There is a book that I read a while back. It's called The Secret. If you haven't heard it, I definitely recommend it. And that book actually assisted me to start being grateful for even the things that I could not think of. Even the things that we don't think of being grateful for. You know, sometimes we sit in front of a meal and we're grateful for the food that we have in that moment, but we don't think about how it got to our plate. We also don't think about a lot of us have a bed to sleep on, a house to sleep on, a room to sleep on. We have a roof on top of our heads. We have light. We have heat source. We have air conditioner. We have light. We have night. We have the moon, the sun. We have plants that help us breathe better. We have animals. We have so much that we can be grateful for. And really, the biggest thing that we should all be grateful for when we wake up, it's literally that. Waking up another day, having another 24 hours to give it our best, having another 24 hours to be blessed, to expect positive surprises, to live a life that you're proud of, to shower, grateful for water, grateful for the shoes, grateful for the clothes that we're able to put on, grateful for the makeup that we have. All the little things that sometimes we don't think of. I'm sure you guys can think of a lot and drop them down in the comments, honestly, what you're grateful for the moment that you are watching this. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my higher power. I'm grateful for my bed sheets, because I recently got flannel bed sheets and they're warmer and I sleep cozier. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my job. You know, a lot of us don't always like our jobs. A lot of us don't always go to our jobs with the best attitude. And that's because we start off our day in a rush. We start off our day by waking up and saying, I gotta go to work. I hate this job. The people that are in there, like, I just don't wanna go. The energy that we're putting out in our lives is literally so negative that we continue to attract the same things. Something that I learned is we get what we think about, whether we want it or not. And ever since I learned that, I literally think about that consistently, because the more negative I am, the more I attract negative outcomes, the more I attract negative people around me, the more negative scenarios come to my head and surround me. And on the quite opposite, the more positive I am, the more positive energy that I share with others, the more uplifting I am, the more I attract that, the more people smile. We forget that by smiling at someone, we can get a smile back. Yet, I think sometimes we're so caught up in our own worlds and we're so zoomed in by everything that's eating us alive, literally, that we don't realize that we continue to be stuck in a hole for multiple reasons, but number one is because we're not grateful. And I think sometimes, you know, we can be so depressed or so into our problems that we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can't see the brightness that is waiting for us to arrive. But honestly, if you are one of those people in this moment where you feel like everything is just falling on you, or you feel like everything is just so heavy and you can't even swim afloat, you can't even swim to catch your air, you can't even come up and breathe, please take a moment to yourself to sit down for a minute or two and literally practice a little bit of breath work. Breathe in with your nose, breathe out with your mouth, and let all that energy out of your body. And as you're breathing it out, be grateful for something, anything that you can think of, whether it's your kids, whether it's your life, whether it's the food you ate last night or the food you're eating today, the coffee that you were able to buy yourself, the fact that you get to have a job and you get to earn money and you get, something in return. The fact that you woke up today and your skin looks a little brighter. The fact that you woke up today and you're healthy. I think when we start paying attention to the things that we do have, the things that are intangible, and what we're able to do for ourselves and with ourselves without needing anything from anybody, like going on a walk, like going to the park, like sitting down to listen to the birds. Little things like that, I think, allow us to start to see the world in a different light while also allowing us to live a grateful life. We all have the same 24 hours, and all 24 hours look completely different for each of us depending on what our responsibilities are, what we have going on, and what we don't. But I think if we stop to really just be grateful for life and really just be grateful for those of us that we have around, be grateful for the relationships around you. I know there's so many of us who would want a partnership and would want a relationship with someone in this precise moment, and we haven't attracted that, or we haven't found the right person yet. And you may question yourself, like, what am I supposed to do in this moment? How can I attract someone in my life? How can I attract that perfect partner? The best way to do it is by being grateful for the love that surrounds you in this moment. And what I mean by love, I mean the love from your family, the love from your friends, the love that a stranger may be giving to you by offering you some water, by offering you a smile. That is love. And until we're ready to receive that love, we might be blocking the love of a potential relationship or of a potential partner. I know we don't always look at things this way, and so that's why I'm here to share with you guys what I have been doing the past couple of years when it comes to gratitude, because I have learned that by being grateful, not only do I feel better, not only am I able to express myself in a lighter way, in a more positive way, but I feel like I'm also attracting so many great things in my life, and I could not be more grateful for them. The more I attract, or the more that I receive, the more that I am so grateful for what God is doing in my life. And the more grateful I am, the more He continues to shower me with loving people that surround me. A lot of those loving people are you guys. So how do I build gratitude, Amy? How do I even get started? What do I start doing? I feel like I'm already thankful, but the way you're describing it, I'm just feeling like maybe I'm not doing it enough. What do I start doing? Well, you came to the right place. The easiest thing that you can do, or the number one thing that you can do, is start observing yourself. Start observing your thank yous. Start observing what your response is when someone does something for you. Are you normally a thank you person, or are you the type who thinks someone is doing something nice for you because they want something in return? Notice your response when someone does something nice for you. And also notice how many thank yous you're giving. Are they intentional thank yous, or are they just thank yous out of habit? How does your body feel when somebody does something for you and you say thank you? Have you paid attention to that? Pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to how your body responds. Is it uptight? Normally, when it feels like that, it's because we don't know how to express our gratitude to people because we think that there's an alternative motive for what they're doing. Another thing you can do is pick an interaction a day. If you're interacting with someone and they do something that arises you to say thank you, stop in that moment and name what you're thankful for. So if somebody did a good deed towards you, say for example, they bought you a coffee. Instead of just saying thank you, you can say thank you for buying me my coffee today. I really appreciate it. And you're going to feel so much more gratitude in your body. And also the person is going to feel how grateful you really are for what they're doing for you, instead of almost feeling entitled and assuming that they should have done something nice regardless. According to psychologists, this is actually one of the best ways that we can help our mental health to get better, because when we're in gratitude, we are actually affirming the good things that we're receiving from other people. We are acknowledging the role that other people play in our lives as well. A lot of us grew up to have to be independent and not have to need anybody and figure things out on our own because of our background or just really how we were raised or how we grew up. But when we sit down and actually become grateful for those people that are helping us and for those people that are around us, we create community and we can actually see how much we all need one another. Another thing that you can do is keep a grateful journal. When I was reading the book The Secret, one of the exercises on that book is for 27 or 28 days, I don't remember, every single day you write 27 things that you are grateful for in that morning. It was literally a practice that I did every single morning, and every day the 27 things had to be different. It could not be the same 27 days. So of course on the first day, what am I writing? I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for my mom, I'm grateful for my dad, I'm grateful for every single person in my family, right? The next day you move on and you're like, wait, I can't say life anymore, so I have to think of something else that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the curtains that cover the sun from coming in and don't wake me up. I'm grateful for, you see what I'm saying? So it allows you to start thinking broader, and it allows you to start thinking of every single thing that you actually possess in this moment that you can be grateful for. As you're writing these things, it's normal to remember the bad, and it's also okay to remember the bad that has happened in your life or that it's happening in your life in this moment, because that allows us to also put things in comparison and see how really great things are on the other end, regardless of that bad thing that is happening. So normally when something bad happens, we're also given something good in return. And when you think about those bad things, you can also find something good in that thought. Most times we just get so caught up in the negative that we don't realize that there was a blessing in disguise. So don't freak out if you start thinking of bad situations, because there's also something good that came out of that you can be extremely grateful for in this moment. You can start sharing your gratitude with other people by expressing to them how grateful you are that they're in your life, how grateful you are of the things that they've done to help you in whichever way, or that they're down to go with you somewhere. Expressing gratitude to those people that we love, or even strangers when they open the door for us or when they do something kind. I think it's important because that's also a way that we all share kindness in the world and share gratitude and just attract better things in our lives. You can also start to use visual reminders. So in my bathroom, I actually have sticky notes with a pen. And anytime I'm feeling grateful for something, I'll write what I'm grateful for and I'll stick it there. And that's literally like the grateful reminder of the day. You can do that in your room. You can do that throughout your kitchen. You can do that on your wall. You can do that at work. Sometimes even if we don't like the place that we work, you can be grateful that you get to go to a job. One of my favorite things to watch out for when I started practicing gratitude was the way that I spoke. Depending on how we were raised, most of us may have been raised in a household that was full of negative commentary. We spoke negatively to ourselves, we spoke negatively about others, and we continue to have the same practice because we continue to have the same core values that we grew up in. So what you can do is actually to start being careful about the things that you say, and know that the tongue has a lot of power. A lot of the things that you come out and say, whether in joke or not, they become true. Really pay attention to the things that you're talking about and realize how negatively we talk sometimes and how negatively we talk to others sometimes. So definitely watch your language, watch out for whatever comes out of your mouth. Go through the motions. Go through the motions. Smile. When you're grateful, touch your heart if you feel like that. Hug yourself, hug others. Being grateful, it's something that allows us to want to share the positivity that we feel and the energy that's coming out of our bodies with others, especially when we see them in need. Share it with yourself. Hug you. Focus on you and really listen to your body when you're practicing gratitude so you can see how well you feel. I am an ambiance type of girly. I am also somebody that loves to enhance all my five senses. So normally when I want to be super intentional about being grateful, I'll turn on a candle and I'll smell it. So the smell allows me to be grateful for having the candle, be grateful for having a space to turn it on, being grateful for wherever that smell takes me. It brings up a lot of gratitude feelings. Anytime I'm touching something, depending on what that is, that also brings me gratitude. If I'm hugging someone, that brings me gratitude for them, for having them in my life, for getting to spend time with them. I'm such a foodie, so anytime I taste food, I'm like, this is delicious. Thank you so much that my palate is getting to savor all of these different foods and flavors. I love it, right? Like hearing and listening to music that is upbeating, that also helps a lot. I think sometimes, especially if we're going through a hard situation or a tough transition in our lives, we tend to listen to more depressive music, and we don't realize that the more we listen to that, the more we continue to keep ourselves in that mindset instead of getting out and allowing ourselves to get out of there so that we can see the brighter light in life. So definitely pay attention to what you're listening to. That's something tremendously important. Spend more time in nature. Nature is one of those things that God gifted us. It's free. You can literally go out and walk at the park. You can go to the beach and just let the wind hit your face, go to the lake, hug a tree. I am such an advocate for nature. I love nature. I can just lay out and watch the sky. I can literally set up a picnic and just be out there forever, just watching whatever it is that's happening. Spend more time out in nature, definitely. I know right now the months are getting colder and we're more inside because of time, but the time that the sun is out there, try to get some vitamin D straight from the sun for a little bit. 5 minutes out in the sun, it's not going to burn you. Definitely wear SPF and definitely take care of your skin, but still let the sun hit your body so that you can feel the energy that it has to share with you. A really big thing that I want to share with you guys, because I know a lot of us are on social media nowadays. I feel like the amount of people that aren't is very minimal, which great for everybody who chooses whatever they choose to do for their mental health. I love taking breaks. As you guys know, I recently took a break from social media, but something I do want to share with you guys is anything that we consume on our daily lives. And for a lot of us, we're spending so much time on our phones scrolling, just looking at different things and feeding ourselves with so many things that are happening out in the world. Please, please, please be cautious about the things that you are consuming daily. It can be detrimental to our mental health to consume so much of it. So we have to really be careful the type of pages that we're following. We have to really be careful about the people that we follow. If we feel off about them for whatever reason, it's okay to unfollow people. It's okay to mute people. It doesn't mean that you're never going to come back and follow that person again or see what they're up to. If you ever feel the need to still, follow your favorite influencer. But if something isn't feeling right for whatever reason, it's okay to put a stop to that and not follow anybody. I haven't gone back on Instagram to follow people yet, simply because it's feeling really nice to just open Instagram and post my content and not be scrolling on there forever and ever and ever to see what everybody else is up to. Sometimes it's necessary to just take that break from really consuming everything that the world puts out there for us to consume. Finally, I want to invite you guys to be grateful for where you are right now. Take inventory of what is happening in your life right now. And even if it looks like it's going downhill, even if it looks like it's stagnant and it's not moving, even if it looks like you're down in the gutter, take inventory of your life and try to find something to be grateful for. Anything minimal that you can think of, even if it is you being able to smell, you being able to get up and get pretty and smell the flowers. I have this deck of cards. It's called The Universe Has Your Back, and they're by Gabrielle Bernstein. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she also has a book that is called The Universe Has Your Back. And I've read that book, And this deck of cards, it's not like a oracle deck of cards or nothing like that, but it's a deck of cards that actually helped me in my journey a lot to just focus on something specific for the day. They're cards with positive messages. When I was reading The Secret, I actually, along with my day, I would take up a card and just ask for the message of the day, basically. And so today I decided to share these cards with you guys, which, by the way, you can find them on Amazon. I'll link them down here below on the description in case you guys want to purchase them for yourself. I love them because they're super colorful. I saw them as I was setting up and taking this thing out. I was like, let me share it with YouTube so that you guys can also, if it resonates with you, then you guys can also take this as your message. This is going to be my message. And look at that. It says, happiness is my birthright. How lovely. How lovely that we are talking about gratitude today, and that God wanted to tell me that happiness is my birthright and happiness is your birthright as well. We have to look, and I love that the card is yellow, because to me, yellow represents the light at the end of the tunnel. A tunnel that I have been stuck in for the past 2 years that I feel. A tunnel that part of it I shared online and part of it I didn't. And a tunnel that I'm still healing from, and a tunnel that has taken me through the mud completely, taken me through feelings and emotions that I never thought I would go through, taking me through a loss that I don't think I could have ever prepared for. I love this, and I love that I get to share it with you guys. I love that we're here. I love that we're having this conversation about gratitude, because even in this tunnel of darkness, I'm still grateful that I get to share and exchange energy with you, that I get to create videos and help with anything that I can. And I'm grateful that I have this space that I was able to share, and I'm still able to share with the people that I love and that I've loved, and that will forever be in my heart. Well, with all that said, we're going to leave this video here. Wow, this is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's another thing I do. I don't know if you guys have caught it in previous videos, but anything in threes comes with a better blessing. So anytime I say thank you, I like to say it 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 is my favorite number. 3 is actually the day that I was also born, December 3rd. And yeah, anytime I think of 3, I also think of God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. So it's like 3 is just what it is, you know? So anyways, better days are coming, brighter days are coming. Take it a day at a time. Practice, practice, practice your gratitude daily. Start small, start with anything that you can think of to be grateful for, even in your darkest of times. I love you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you're here watching this video. I hope that you share this video with whomever you feel grateful for, so that they can also feel grateful in their lives, so that they can feel grateful for you, and so that they can continue to share this with the world, so that we can all become a little bit more grateful at a time. With all that being said, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys very, 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 very much. Until the next time.